It's something I think about every day I'm at work, and even some days when I'm not at work. You'll see here the title of my presentation is Safety Equals Man Plus System. Apologies, ladies. I don't mean men, I mean man as in people. But SMS is Safety Equals Man Plus System. SPS doesn't work. I'm not going to tell you how to do things. I'm just going to share the experiences I've had and the knowledge I've gained from working in a large P&I club where we see lots and lots of claims every year and get the chance to speak to lots of different types of owners and operators. We get the constant refrain, and we've heard a lot of sense today, about crew competency. Crews aren't good enough, they're not the right raw material when they emerge from their training and get onto the ships as officers. There's lots of things driving that, you know. One is STCW. STCW has probably reached the mature stage. Okay? It's up there, it's running, and that's what it's delivering. It's got two goals. One is to produce a level playing field, and one is to produce people of a good enough standard for ship owners. I would say that on the level playing field, it has succeeded. Why do I say that? Well, Seagull, the training providers, have got a large database of tests, STCW tests that they've done. Over 550,000 now. Big database. And the results show that across the main crew areas, Philippines, India, Eastern Europe, the officers all score roughly the same. Around 60% is average. Okay. So there's pretty much a level playing field out there, no matter where you go. Has it succeeded in raising the bar or setting the bar at an appropriate level? Probably not. How do I know that? Because 60% isn't very good. Yeah? 1 in 12 scores less than 40%, and 1 in 20 scores less than 30%. And these people that score low, they don't go out because we've got an officer shortage. Yeah? They stay in the industry and they circulate, which is a dangerous situation. And for that reason, at North, we developed what we call the right crew concept. And we go out and we talk to our owners about what their policies are. What is their thinking around attracting crew, recruiting crew, and retaining crew? Because going for higher levels of stuff, going for safety culture, going for training, is a waste of time if you can't get the right people, have a pool of people that will return to your ships and keep working for you. If you can't do that, it's a very, very difficult situation. Big owners, big ship managers are in a better situation because they can create big pools. They've got lots of ships. They've got lots of opportunities to offer. They've got some spare money to do these things. For medium and smaller owners, it is very, very difficult. And they need to think carefully about what they're going to do going forward with crew shortages set to get tighter around their crewing. It may be that they're going to have to come up with different solutions to what they've traditionally relied upon. And we can help in that area. If you can get the right crew, you then need sensible systems. Systems that are fit for purpose. And if you were here for the first presentations were excellent. They were about systems. One was about reducing the amount of procedures and paperwork, and another was about getting crew engaged and involved with the systems. Those are absolutely the right things to think about. Your systems must be sensible. But think about this. ISM code is also now mature. Everybody has got well-documented systems and procedures, but we still get accidents caused by people not following the procedures, routine stuff, things that happened 40 years ago. Yeah? So, ISM code, which has been great for the industry, systems and procedures have worked. We're in a position now where there are less claims for P&I clubs, there are less major incidents than ever before. Okay? But my opinion, based on my experience and the statistics we see, is that perhaps systems and procedures have reached their maximum. If we want to get more efficient going forward, and if we want to get safer, we need to think more about the human element. Things are out of balance at present. Okay? And that leads me to the last bit, safety behaviour, thinking about how people behave on board ships and ashore. Very difficult area. I'm a seafarer by background. I'm a practical person. If something happens, I want to know why it's happened, and I want to put something in place to stop it happening again. Easy. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I've acted on something. Yeah? You can look good to your boss. You can look good to your authorities. You can look good to the P&I club if they come asking what you've done about it. Yeah? But can we keep on doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that? No, we can't. What we need to think about is the behaviours of our crew and the behaviours that we exhibit in the offices that influence how they behave on the ship. If we can get all those things right, we might get to this panacea that you can't touch and you can't feel, but you know it's out there, of safety culture, where you get a reinforcement and a reinforcement of good practice. But for almost everybody, that's just out of reach. For some people, it's a bit further out of reach. It's something that is difficult. But really, all we need to do going forward is to try and change our mindset. What's one of the biggest costs for ship owner? Crew. But should we be thinking, what is my biggest asset? Yeah? There's no point paying millions a year for crew if you can't also treat them as an asset and something that is actually good for your business. So, I would suggest that currently we are in the situation where we have an imbalance. There is too much system, too much procedure, and not enough thinking about people and relying on people to do their jobs properly. Mark made a good point. He doesn't think there's a competence gap. I disagree with that. There is a competence gap, I think. But what I don't disagree with is that the people who go on ships are any less intelligent or less motivated than they were 30 or 40 years ago. The system has let them down slightly. STCW doesn't produce what you need. Okay? Many ship owners are scrambling to fill the gap. Collectively, across the industry, we must be spending hundreds and hundreds of millions on training that shouldn't be required. But that's the way it is. It has to be done because we're not getting the people we need. If we can redress the balance further, go back, think about humans as an asset, how you get them into your organization, and then what happens to them, the messages they receive when they are in, then they can start delivering and making a difference. The dangerous people are the guys who come in for one trip, have got no connection to the company, go out again, go to a different company, go out again. Those guys, maybe they're not good enough, but who knows? Think about the human element. I'm going to leave you with a number of questions because there are no easy answers. The only way the industry can solve this is by a lot of hard thinking, by a lot of hard work. Think about what crew is right for your operations. What do you really want? And then think about, if that's what I want and that's what I need, how do I get there? How can I get those guys to come and work for me and keep returning? That might require a complete change in attitude, or you may already be doing it. But there's a lot of things going on. Systems, sensible systems, fit for purpose, not 3,000 words or 3,000 volumes. Yeah? I've been there. I go on a ship. You go, SMS says you have to sign it. You just sign it. You don't read it. Nobody reads it. It's a load of crap, a lot of it. Yeah? So we need to think about our systems and making sure that they're sensible and fit for purpose, and they don't overburden the crew. Yeah? If we get the right people, our systems can be quite light. Other word on systems. It's going to be more efficient in the future to have the right crew and less onerous systems. And safety culture. If we can get the right crew and we can get our systems right, we might be able to grab safety culture. You might be able to get there. Okay? But to do that, we have to consider how we behave in shipping as companies. You have to consider it, because there is always a tension between efficiency, commerce, and safety. Always, always, always. It's a big problem. Think about it. Thank you very much.